Hey everybody, it's Ryan again, coming to you this week with another tech tip. Well, actually not quite so techy. We're actually picking up on an earlier video that we shot that was called Success Tips. So this is part two, the final part to our success tip videos. We've been doing a lot of self-improvement and business improvement around here, so we just wanted to take this opportunity to share some of the interesting tidbits that we've learned. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump right in. The first one is eating habits. It turns out 70% of successful people report that they eat less than 300 calories of junk food a day. That's things like Cokes, candy bars, McDonald's. So if you're in the habit of eating out a lot, remember there's healthy alternatives. So put down the junk food and go for the healthier food choices. As opposed to the successful people, those people that are considered, or they consider themselves unsuccessful, 97% report to eating more than 300 calories of junk food a day. So keep that in mind. That kind of leads into our next point, which is exercise. It turns out 76% of successful people report to exercising at least 3 times a week. So remember, that's aerobic exercise, getting your heart rate up for at least 15 minutes at a stretch. So whether you like to run or walk or lift weights, make sure you find time during the week to do that at least 3 times a week. Another one is a to-do list. Turns out 81% of the most successful people in the United States say that they track what they need to do on a to-do list. And it's not just enough to track it on the to-do list. You need to actually make sure you're doing those things. One of the things we've done around here, when I started my to-do list, I had almost 100 things on it. In fact, my wife one time accidentally deleted it, and I thought I was going to die. So I had to start over from scratch. But once you get your to-do list created, look at it and say, what's most important for me to do tomorrow? So before you go home today, make sure you have the 2 or 3 most important things for tomorrow laid out and actually write them down. There's something about writing it down on paper that kind of helps your brain remember it. It helps you get it. So write down what you're going to do tomorrow and do it. Don't go home until you do it. Do the most important things first and get them done. Another one's reading. Turns out that 81% of successful people also report that they make their kids read at least 2 books a month. And they also read themselves. In some cases, they're reading with their children. So if you have kids, take the opportunity to read with them. If you don't, read yourself. Reading is something that has always kind of differentiated the people that are really working on their education, continuing to grow. We all know that you never stop learning, and reading is a great place to continue that education. Another one, this is one of my favorites. It turns out that 69% of people who identify themselves as unsuccessful say that they always say what's on their mind. When we asked the successful people the same question, only 6% said that yes, they always say what's on their mind. So while honesty is extremely important, sometimes it's good to hold your tongue. So keep that in mind. That's our last success tip here. Be careful about what you say. Be honest, but sometimes hold that tongue. So we'll be coming back next week with a video on backups and external hard drives. So we'll be back in the tech mode. So thanks for watching this week, and we'll see you soon.